Yeah, these commercials. Rise up, Aborigine people. Rise up in the chat. Nola in the house. Rise up to the chat. I am welcoming everybody to the chat. Let's go. Come on now. Yeah, yeah. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Come on over to Peanut Nola. Open house today. Let's go. Let's go. Aborigine people. Everybody, indigenous people. Where you at? 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 Where? Choctaw. Let's go. I'm on that boot camp click. I'm on that boot camp click. I'm on that boot camp click. Come on now. We live here in Peanut Nola's house. Let's go. We are live on the practice. Hello. That was my introduction. I'm from that boot camp click. I'm from that boot camp click. How you doing today? How my people? Chieftess. How you doing today? You know? How you doing, everyone? Peace and blessings. We are on the spot. I want you guys, if you got a chance, put up the Indian barn arrows. I want you to shoot that shit to me. You heard me? Shoot it to me. Shoot it to me. Show how much love you love this channel. Shoot it to me. Shoot it to me. You know? Because I tell you like this. I'm here to tell you nothing but love. Nothing but love. I'm here. Peanut Nola 504. And where you at? This is an open panel today. And whatever is going on in your life, we are here. We are here. Because I'm from that boot camp clique. I'm from that boot camp clique. Where you at, twin? Peanut Nola 504 on the mic. We are here. And guess what? Most of the times you guys see me riding that truck, that big truck driver. So I can't get a chance to come out here and express my love to my people, my followers, the people that love Peanut Nola 504. And guess what? I love you too. Peanut Nola 504 loves you too. But we got an interesting topic, and I want you to know. And please join the panel. You know, I want you to understand that I want you to join the panel today because we got some live things that's going to happen today. You know, Choctaw Chieftess in the house. We want to talk about these Chinese people. Okay? We want to talk about the people that looks underneath us. We're going to talk about this stuff today. Open panel today. So please, in the description, hey, we're going to get this description one more time so you guys can come on in. And Choctaw, I expect you to be the first because you know what I talk to you about. So we want you to come on up. So we're going to bring the panel up one more time so we can get everybody in the house and I have nothing but love for you guys. So we're gonna bring the link so you guys can come on, get the invitation, because this is a day of building. This is a day of building and understanding, okay? Because you are the lost tribes. And you're gonna understand what I'm talking about, how much you lost. You are lost tribes, okay? Hello, Annette B. So we're in the house, and I am here, and you know I am emotional. Okay, so for those who don't know, Peanut Nola 504, he lives with his emotions. He is ecstatic. He is energized, and if you know me, I do what I do. You know, I do what I do. Some of you guys don't like to express yourself. Love who you are. Love who you. I want you to love who you are. You know, because we're gonna bring the panel on this and look at the eyes. Hello.
Peace, Chief. How are you? I'm in a bad area. I'm downstairs. I'm a mute up. I'll be right back.
Hello.
Yeah, can you
Oh,
hear
I can
me?
hear you. I can hear you, sis. I can hear you
Okay.
well.
I'm down in the garage.
Peace and blessings to you.
Peace and blessings to you as well. How are you? How you doing, Chief?
I'm doing fine, you know, and I sat there and I thought about the conversations we had, and I thought about all. I've been doing good. I've been doing good. I am
That's
good because the nation is rising.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, let me I'm trying to okay, I'm better now. I was in the garage and I know I was breaking up. I'm inside now. So, Chief, I just want to say I appreciate you bringing this knowledge to people, making us understand who we are and where we come from. Many of us don't even know that we are the indigenous people. So I thank you for that.
Let the eye rock because I tell you this, it's a privilege. It's my privilege to sit here and talk to you and talk. Every time I sit there and I talk to you, because you know we had a great deal last time. And to be honest with you, you know, you just spread to these people, the young folks that don't understand where they come from. And I sit there and I tell people they be hating. They hate on us. They're mad. You better get glad because at the end of the day, we here to spread the truth to you guys. To understand it, there's understandings in everything that we do. And everything that you do, there is understanding. And I'm here to tell you that you are more than an immigrant. That you more than an immigrant. And I'm so sick and tired of us being the last when we are the first.
Absolutely.
We got a chief, and the chief is talking today, baby. And those who want to join the panel with us, we got the link. Get in the link with us because we're going to talk some real deep shit today. Because some of the things that you have told, you know what I was telling you last time. I said, you know what? You know, they brought roots to my classrooms. They brought roots. They told us from Alex Haley that we were African. And it took our ancestors to die. It took our mothers and our fathers to die for us to even think that we were something other than that because we're so brainwashed, believing that we were so much African. I'm not talking about the beginning. I'm talking about the bone structures of our nose, our face, how we look, and who we are. That's us.
Absolutely. And I just want to say that that was the beginning of the destruction. And I also want to say that the timing couldn't be more perfect because it was when my parents were younger and we were little kids. So we were programmed for a very long time to believe that we were all from Africa, not knowing that um, the indigenous people were right here. And I remember watching something that was on YouTube, but it was a television show that they were talking about. And it had Sammy Davis Jr. playing a cowboy. And they kept calling him, even on the television show, they kept calling him a black Indian. And this has been years
Wow.
ago, but it made me wonder, like, what is a black Indian? Because I've always known Indians to be pale, paler complexion. And so I started to do a lot of research on just where my father is from, and he's from Choctaw County, Alabama. And so I started to research that town, and then I started to research the people. And then 3 years ago, that's when I found out that my grandmother's father was a chief, and he was also a free man, which made me proud because I always thought anybody before my grandmother, who was born in 1912, anybody before her was a slave. And I even remember as a kid asking her if she was a slave. And I remember her distinctly telling me, this was, I was young. This is right around the time of Roots. She said, I wasn't a slave and I wasn't born into a family of slaves. And I was thinking, she got to be kidding. I watched Roots. She had to be a slave. But, it wasn't until, a few years back,
Wow.
we really started digging into my family tree. So I'm proud to be Choctaw. I'm absolutely proud to be Choctaw because they've gone through a lot.
Us Choctaw Indians, I found out after my mother's death. Okay. Matter of fact, I never ever proclaimed to be African. Okay. I was one of them screwed up children. Okay. At the end of the day, I never proclaimed to be African. Okay, because I kind of realized that my nose is big as hell. And my lips is big as hell. Okay? The eye make clothes me to who I am, okay? So I used to dialogue and look and say what the hell. My mother died of cancer, and then my father, he died of cancer. I have another father, okay? Sometimes the father is others, okay? But I want you to understand that my blood parents, one comes from Mississippi and one comes from Louisiana. Okay, so we know that Alabama and Louisiana are Choctaw Nation. So as I
Yeah,
got to doing my research and understanding about me, because I started understanding that shit, man, I don't look like these people that they talk about in when we look out in these movies and shit. We don't look like this. And it's the
right,
funniest thing and it's the saddest thing when it comes to so-called African Americans. They put us on the same boat. They put us on the same boat. And many times we do not know where we come from. And we have to sit there and look at the cheekbones, the actual lips. It don't have nothing to do with your skin color. Your skin color has nothing to do with you. The skin
right.
on your body has nothing to do with you. It has a lot to do with your cheekbones, your structure in your face, and who you are. Hello, Melvin Brown in the house. And what I tell people, that you to know that you are not the immigrant of this town, of this country. For many years, Black people have been told that they are less. Many times that Black people have been told that they are immigrants. You can't tell me to go back to Africa because I can tell you where to go to.
Facts.
Because you are the immigrant, not us.
Absolutely. And let me just say, because I was in the basement and
What's
I knew
this?
I was breaking up, I want to say peace to all everybody in the chat. I just want to say hello, family. Um, I'm glad to see everyone.
I tell you this. I met a sister last night. And I can see it. Or it's like talking, man. I swear. That sister knows about our lineages and knows about the Hebrew Israelites. And I'm going to bring this to you. Most Aboriginal people don't believe they come from somewhere. But I'm going to state this biblically. I'm going to talk biblically. The Bible. And if you disagree with what I'm saying, I'm fine with that. But the people who were scattered across the nation, did you know that this nation was one? We were connected to Africa. We were connected to all continents. Did you know that we all were one at one time? It was a Black nation. Okay? So what I tell people, our tribe were different than the African tribe. We were different. And people said, well, how could you say, no, we're not the same? And they get mad when I say we're not the same. No, we're not. Because you, Egyptians, Pharaoh and your guys hated us. Because you know that the Most High Yahshua knows that we are God's chosen people. That is biblical, not religion. He knows that we were sent aboard another earth, another a playing field. We were the first here. You understand, sis? In any grain of life, we are the first, not the last. And people of other nations hate us. I'm going to be quiet as you go. Are you there?
Well, yes, I'm here. I was just gonna say, that when I lived in New York, I watched a lot of Hasidic Jews, and they were very prejudiced against Black people. And it wasn't until a few years ago that I realized why. And it's because they know a lot of us know the truth. We are the original Hebrews. And even though my belief is religion really tears us apart, it really breaks us down as a people. But that's why I would never say that like I'm a Black Israelite, even though that's my heritage, that's not my religion. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
yes. Yes. It's my heritage. So what you're speaking is true.
well, I'm just saying I know that there are a lot of religious groups that claim, to be Black Israelites. I'm not one of those. Although I do know that I am a Black Israelite. However,
Yes, you
there's
do. It makes sense. It makes sense. Why they hate
right.
you? Why
because
everybody give a why people why Chinese people hate black people? Why the other nations hate black people? Why? What
because
the hell we
because
did them?
let me quote something from Charles Manson. And even though a lot of people thought he was
Take it, baby.
insane, he was very intelligent. And he said, the world will end when black people realize their power. And I thought that was profound because I
Right,
always thought that Charles Manson was prejudiced, but actually he knew what we know. And there are so few of
right,
us that really know the truth about ourselves. And I believe, this is my belief, that if we started to educate people on, actually being indigenous to the Americas, I believe we can stop the killing, we can stop the hating, we can stop the anger towards each other and rise up as a people. That's my belief.
right. Well, I tell you this, sis. I watch you on many panels, and I think that many women, they seek and they listen to other women, and they think that they are a victim. Yes, you are a victim, sis. You are a victim to society. Sometimes these women listen to the things that happen with men, how the men treat them, and they think that all of us are the same. And they sit there and they listen to these contents called community people who sit there and believe that all men will be damaging to them. It's not true. We all come from different mothers. We all do. It's how you raise, you treat your queens, how you treat your chieftess. And I want you to understand this. So we have to unite to treat our chieftess better than the queen. I listen to all you guys call yourself queen of the European term. You want to be a queen, but you're not. That's European, but you are a chiefess. You are almighty and more greater than a queen. The land of God have taught you that you are more than that. But we sit there and we want to be more than what we're not. We want to be
Absolutely.
European. We want to copy the European way. We want to be like them. But we're not. We are far more greater than them. And that's what people get upset. Some kind of way I lost the cheaters. And this is an open panel today. And I want you guys to understand what I'm telling you. And I have a lot of requests down there. And I want you to understand that I'm telling you what I tell you because somebody may not want to tell you the truth about you. They don't want to tell you how great you are, that Cleopatra, and all them people that you seen them Egyptians sold us. The Egyptian, Pharaoh and the Egyptians, you want to talk about your braids, and all the stuff you look like. They never want to tell you that they were the same people that sold you. Because you
Yeah,
were Hebrew.
absolutely.
You were Hebrew before you was Egyptian. And they
That's
said, where
right.
you come from? They want to overlook where you come from. This is your land. You discovered this land before anybody ever crossed this barrel. You were already here. You were already here. There is facts. that the black nation was already here. It's fact that the melanated person, the Washington Redskins that you see on the football helmet, the melanated people were already here.
Yes,
But people
absolutely.
want to disclaim us. They want to
But can I,
disclaim us. But I'm going to
right.
let you have the show, and I'm going to back off.
Now, I just wanted to say one thing. I just wanted to say if we started to realize who we really were, right? And we started to like adapt a certain code, like we would wear, something like the Jews wear. They wear their little hat thing. I'm sorry, I don't know the term, but if we could start identifying ourselves as a tribe here in the United States of America, I believe a man would think twice before he went to shoot us or rape us or kill us or anything of that nature. I believe that, once we find out who we are, we need to rise up and identify ourselves to each other. And that way we can continue to teach on a level that would help not only the people who are older, but especially our youth. We really need to make sure that our youth understands who we are and where we come from. Because not too long ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, they did a remake of Roots. And guess who caught that? All of the younger generation. So all of the younger generation is being steered away from trying
I'm
to
sorry. I had to step away.
oh, that's okay. I was just
Thank
now
you.
talking about Roots. I was talking about how they did a remake of Roots. And so now we have a younger generation
Right,
that is
right.
watching Roots all over again. And that is to throw us off from our own scent. That is to throw us off from being able to research ourselves as a people and keep and continue to go with the narrative that we are from Africa. And if you look realistically, it's
Do you
impossible for
realize?
millions.
No,
Go
you go
ahead.
ahead.
I was just going to say it's impossible for millions of
No,
us
you
to
go.
come over on a boat. That's not possible. It's not even logical. Like with all of the sickness and the death and things of that nature, it's not possible for all of us, all of the black race, to have come over here on boats. And I mean, we've just been so brainwashed that that's what we've been told. And then they turn around and discredited Dr. Alex Haley for plagiarizing his story from somewhere else. And so even though we all know that the story was plagiarized, they come out with a Roots generation 2 and 3, and then they remake the Roots all over again. And it's like, hold up, why does the media keep allowing us to be, tricked by the bullshit? We already know it was a fake. We already know it was a plagiarism. So why do we keep watching it? Why does it keep coming up on TV? But you have to turn to a channel like PBS in order to find any information about Indians. And Choctaw is one of the smallest um, tribes. Go ahead, Peanut.
Talked to a lady. I said, last night we had a great wow. She has black kids, and she happened to be white, and but she was a native because she has been mixed in this mix. Okay, I want you to understand that this channel is not about um the green. I want y'all guys to know because I think they don't understand. They think we are against Native people. Okay, they think we're attacking the natives that they call themselves. And the things that what they don't understand is that we are reclaiming who we are. It has nothing to do with you. And when you get personal and you think that we are coming after you, it has nothing to do with you. And the sad part, and I have to sit there and deal with this, that they think that we're trying to take something from them. Asian police. Hey, look. Your origin comes from Asia. If you really want to get mad with me and you really want to get funky with me, you come from Asia. And I'm going to tell you like it is. Some of the shit that you don't understand that black people have to go through because we on a due to the fact that we have complementary skin color as another. We look like Africans, we look like everybody. It doesn't mean we are them people. And when you understand the things that we're telling you, we're not trying to be disrespectful. We don't hate you. We're trying to uplift our people to understand where they come from. And it has nothing, you may be native of this country. It's not about you. We're talking about black people, melanated people who don't know where they come from. This is what this platform is about. It's about knowing where you come from. We're not talking about the natives. They get pissed off at us. Talking about we trying to steal shit from them. I ain't stealing a goddamn thing from you. I call myself indigenous. I didn't call myself native. I'm just saying, you know?
Oh yeah, I absolutely get it. And even though uh the indigenous or Afro American, whatever you want to call us, we spend a lot of money in every community but our own. And I understand that, a lot of times there are glitches in our own community. I understand that because they're smaller businesses, a
That's
lot of
right.
times they charge outrageous prices. But it is our job, it is our duty to put our money back into our own communities. This is the only way that we will start to strengthen up enough where we can come together and start learning some things about ourselves. A lot of African Americans or melanated people, they don't even know about the Trail of Tears. And to me that was the most heartbreaking story.
Wow.
But I'll tell you something else. I really appreciate all of the pictures that you post of, I mean, dark, dark, dark skinned Indians. And from there you can understand the facial features. Just like you can look at, a Asian person and you could tell that they're Asian by their eyes. Um, it's a lot that you can tell as far as the dark skinned Indians. They had high cheekbones and they had um like strong jaws. Even the women, not in a manly way, but just strong jaw features. And I'm almost to the point where I can tell an Indian when I see one. I can tell an indigenous American when I see one.
Wow.
And and
You
the
see
and the
that? You see
funny
our big
thing is,
nose. You see our big lips.
exactly. But the funny thing is, it's way more of us that are indigenous than not. A lot more of us that are aboriginals than not.
Right.
So a lot of people are, I remember back in junior high school,
We coming to
people
get
used to
our
say,
people, huh, sis? We coming to get our people, huh, sis?
Absolutely, absolutely. But do you remember when a lot of people were walking around talking about I'm mixed with Cherokee and people would make fun of them? It was probably true. We just, we didn't we always thought somebody was trying to be funny when they were talking about their heritage. Everybody say they mixed with Indian. Well, a lot of us are more often than not.
Right. Let me ask you a
So
question
we
about you, and I want to sit here and change the subject because I wanted to tell you that when I saw why do women, Aboriginal women, Indigenous women, African American, so-called African American women, why y'all keep going to these places that are selling your ass out? Why? You buy the hair. You think that these people love you. You keep supporting their businesses and you don't even support the African, so-called African American, and so-called indigenous people that lives here on this land. But we give our money to these people. I have to ask you that question. Because what is
okay.
wrong with our women?
Okay, well, that question has an answer that has layers in it. Number one, a lot of us Aboriginals are trying to look like we are Europeans. That's why we buy the hair. That's why we go into like the Korean shops. And I'm not knocking everybody because everybody has to do something to make themselves feel good about themselves, whatever that is. But at the same time, um, we are watching television for our role models. And I see every time I turn on the television, I see a lot of makeup. I mean, tons and tons of makeup, hair all the way, to the back of the ankles. I see, you know, butt implants, breast implants. People are just not happy with what they see when they look in the mirror. And so part of that is I want to be somebody else. And I want to be somebody else every single day because who I am and what I
Right,
see when I look in the mirror, it does not reflect who I want to be. And so that's a big problem in our community.
correct.
But we've also been told that our big lips are hideous, our hair texture is nappy. We've been told a lot
They're
of
beautiful.
different
They're
things.
beautiful.
We've been
They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
they are beautiful, but we have been taught to despise what we see in the mirror, not realizing that each individual is unique. We're like, fingerprints or snowflakes or whatever you want to call it.
I broke up,
But
man.
we have to learn that what you've been given is good enough for you. Not trying to look like a Kardashian, not trying to look like a model or a movie star. I would only knowing, let me put this in there. Knowing that I'm a chieftess, I would only ever be attracted to a chief. So in saying that, he would be attracted by the fact that I don't wear makeup. He would be attracted by the fact that I wear my own hair. I mean, guys have their preferences, and
Wow.
but a chief would say, now she is okay with what she sees when she looks in the mirror. She doesn't need adjustments. I don't need makeup. Makeup was originally made for men to look like women. That's a fact. We started wearing it
Wow.
because we started looking at the magazines where even as far back as like the 50s, women were wearing eyeliner, they were wearing eyeshadow, and now it's to the point where we are trying to change our skin color. We're trying to change our hair color. We're turning our hair blonde and different things like that. And again, I don't knock those who do those things, but I want you to understand that what you see in the mirror is good enough for you. Be who you are. That's how you make your mark.
Yes.
Kardashians and the rest of them going up under the knife and having a surgery done every single year. That's what makes them presentable for the type of men that they're trying to attract. Now, I don't want to be the woman who finds my chief and I have to come home and I have to wipe off all the makeup, take out all the weave. Uh,
Right.
you
Right.
understand what I'm saying? I want what you go to sleep with to be what you wake up to. There is no trick. There is no, I'm trying to be something that I'm not. But the only man that will be attracted to that is one that understands natural beauty. And 9 times out of 10, he is a chief.
I want you to understand that I followed you for a very long time. Matter of fact, I watch you in other people's chat and I see what you're doing in the conscious community. Yeah, which is shit. Man, you fire. You're doing things that's for our people. It makes me feel good that I have a person that's on the same level or even more better than me because I've seen the shit you do. But a lot of people don't even see that shit. You hear me? People don't see that shit. So the guests that come on my show, and I have just started this thing, and I'm actually trying to reach out to people to understand why you hate so much. Why you hate so much? It's something that happened in your background. It's something about you. See, we don't always know the people we talk to. We can talk bad about people all the time and talk about their experiences and talk about why the hell the man was bad. Now, what do you think about women? What do you think that what we can do as a black nation, as men, to be good to black women? Because I see on Tommy and a lot of other shows, these motherfuckers don't have no respect for black women. Why they speak like that, black women? And I have to ask you this because you are a Chieftess. You're in my tribe, so I have to ask you why the hell they speak as they speak.
Well, Chief, the first thing I can tell you, and
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people don't understand is 1 in 4 Black women have been molested, raped, taken advantage of sexually.
Oh,
Um,
oh my
one in
God.
four. Keep that in mind. 1 in 4. So, first of all, we come off a lot of times as people who are untrusting, and it takes a lot for most women to develop trust for people. So imagine that you're in a relationship and
Right.
you're pouring yourself out and you're trying to be as honest and forthright and as open as you can be. But then you have this man who feels as if one woman is never enough. So, he breaks her heart or whatever. And then, the women realize I can take care of myself. I can do things on my own. So we come to the point where we're kind of feeling as if we don't really need a
And that
man,
man
but
is not a chief, right? Sis,
um
that man is not a chief, right?
that man is not a chief, because all women don't know that we're looking for a
Right.
chief. We're not looking for a king. We're not looking for a you know, whatever else you want to call it.
Right.
Let me tell you something about a chief. A chief is driven by his ancestors and his faith in God. That's a fact. A chief will know to tell you, you know, today is the day where it's gonna, it's gonna rain, and I'm gonna need you to take some of these herbs and drink some of this tea so you can make sure, you don't have any adverse effects from the rain or the snow or whatever. This is the kind of relationship that a chief and a chiefess will have. This is, where they will come together when there's no money in the home, and they will perform rituals. I'm not talking about voodoo and hoodoo. I'm talking about rituals towards the ancestors, to ask the ancestors to watch out for them while they, begin to accumulate the things that they need. I'm not talking about asking for a Benz or a Rolls. I'm talking about asking the ancestors to help you acquire enough to fill up the bellies of you two and your children, however that may go. But let me go back to your question real quick. Let me just say that we are a mistrustful um, people. I'm talking about indigenous Black women. We do not trust, and we do not trust because um, it's very difficult to find the match that we are looking for. I can't be a chiefess with a street guy. I cannot do that. It's impossible.
Wow.
I can't. I can't.
Yes. Go
That's a
ahead.
that's a fact.
Preach.
I cannot.
Man, you preaching.
Well, I'm just saying I cannot make a everyday man understand what I'm doing when I'm reaching out to my ancestors, or I'm paying homage to my ancestors. A common man would think, number one, she's a voodoo priestess or whatever, whatever. I need a man
Right.
who understands when I go to my ancestors, that is a time where I need to go alone. And I hope that when I go to my ancestors, you are going to your ancestors, and we're coming together. We're coming together on the faith that we have been protected by our ancestors for all of these many, 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 many years. And it is never too late to go in and ask them to help us, to guide us. I've sat up and been in
Right.
dire straits financially. I've asked my ancestors, please help me out, and they'll give me a three-digit number, and I will go and put every dime on it and get 100% return. You
Right.
understand? When you have that relationship, your ancestors
Right.
who loved you before they saw you, when you have that relationship, this is
Amen.
like that it's like they knew you. They're looking at you like, oh, this is my great 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 great, and they're saying, yes, I want to help you, I want to provide, I want to do all I can for you. We are still family. Even though you are in the flesh and I am in the spirit, we are still family. We are still connected. So I would love to help you. So when I go and I ask my ancestors for whatever it is I need, I leave my ancestors getting what I need. And we don't understand
That's
that
right.
that's something that we've been doing for eons, from the beginning of time.
You know, and I sat there and I thought about it. I said, what have black men done? And I think the fact that we can't even, as a black man, we can't even accept what we do. Okay? For those you guys, I have been born by a black man and a black woman. I am not mixed, as you think. See, you son of a gun's gonna always, when I sit here and discredit some of the shit that you have done to black women, and you get mad. You get mad because I am going to display the shit that you have done to black women. Now, black women have done some horrible shit to black men. Let's not lie. Okay? Let's not lie. But let's not act like we have not been a part of the rage of black women. What could we do in the community to be better? We're always talking about this. We think that going out the race is something good. We're actually looking at ourselves and say that we're something bad. We're something bad. You couldn't repair that shit with the woman that you love. We are a nation of people of fallen circumstances. When are we going to hold our own self to accountability on shit that we do wrong for ourselves? When are we going to say that we the ones that's wrong because we the leaders? When are we going to do that? You hate yourself. Somewhere down the line, you will begin to love yourself when you begin to understand the truth about you. See, I ain't about the views because I ain't got no views. I ain't about the content because I ain't got no content. My content is loved by people small groups of people who are real. It is what it is. You don't like me, that's your problem. I'm gonna tell it like it is. Sis, we have to change who we are, not just women, men. What you think?
Well, the one thing I can say is we don't do enough communicating. We don't when we come together as a people, especially when we come together trying to be a unit. Like I would never know when the right time would be to express to a man that I'm dating that I've been raped before. And the reason is not because I couldn't
Wow.
tell him, is because I don't know how he would react. I don't know how he would start to think my mind works. And so I believe that the main point in us coming together, even finding out who we are as a people, as far as being chiefs and chieftesses, is to communicate. Because I'll tell you something. I believe that the guy that I'm with right now, I believe that he is a chief. He he is able to understand me in ways that my best friends can't. And I believe that's because we talk about everything and anything. A lot of men, you can talk to them, but they're not listening. That you're more or less talking at them. They're not listening. And so I believe that the first step in us coming together is to communicate. And I'm not talking about talking at each other. I'm not talking about hurling insults towards each other. I'm talking about having heart to heart talks, not making a decision until we get the full scope of the situation. You understand what I'm saying? Um, I would like
Yes.
for more of us to to talk about our discoveries. If you get online and you start to research your family tree, let's share that. Let's share what your great was
Wow.
doing. Let's talk about that, because a lot of us don't even know
Because some kind
that.
of way, what you're saying, Seth,
Go ahead.
some kind of way, what you're saying is that if your grandmother was doing that, some kind of way that my grandmother was doing with it.
Abso- absolutely,
They were doing it
absolutely.
together.
Absolutely. So I want us to start to share our experiences. I want to know that more than just me. um I have other people who have people in their family in the slave timeline that were actually not slaves. Let's talk about that. I would love to hear other people find out that, my great was was a doctor or a banker or whatever the case. We forget about uh oh, I can't remember the town that was all black that got destroyed because they were becoming successful. Golly, I'm so sorry. Um
I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question on one of my topics. If you look at the topic on the top, it says Chinese playing victim. And I made this topic. It's going to be sensitive to Chinese people that I know. And I'm going to sit here and ask you, the Chinese people. This is, I made this topic. Do you realize that Chinese people are treating so-called African people? Now, African people are in China, and they're now trying to blame the coronavirus on Africans. Now, we do know that Africans are our cousins. We all stated that we're not African, and they are. They have to be something of us because they have melanin and skin, right? So the
yes,
point what I'm making to you is the things that you see they doing us, right, sis?
yes.
Do you see what they're doing to black people? I'm not talking about tribes. I'm talking about black people. Why do black people consistently go buying their products? Go to the nail shop. Go get themselves all medical, getting false fucking hair. And excuse my French.
It's all right.
Why do our black chiefs lower themselves, make themselves lower than the law? When these people don't love you, they don't give a goddamn about you. When are you going to wake up and see that you are the most high chosen people? That God said that you're going to go through pain and sorrow. When are we going to look upon ourselves and say that we don't need nobody else but us? What hurts us? Do it hurt? Or we just love being hurt? This actually.
Well, okay. Well, first I want to thank Melvin because he brought to my attention what I wasn't able to think about, and I was talking about Black Wall Street. Um, but to answer your question, how can I sit up and say that I love myself when I'm losing people around me every day? I'm watching people not be able to get jobs, people not being able to eat. You understand? So I'm watching the
Speak
poorest of
it.
the poor.
Speak it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you speak.
Oh, okay. What
I'm
I was
listening to
saying
you.
is
I'm getting
okay.
fired up because I'm
Oh,
listening to you.
okay. but I'm around all of these adverse conditions in my own community. So I want to stand out. Even though I live in the projects, I want the blue contacts and the blonde hair, and I want the
Right.
10-inch nails. Even though I'm in the projects, I want to drive the best cars. I want to do the things that I feel would bring me value. And until we start understanding that things do not bring value, we are going to continue to patronize places that give us the side eye when we come in. Half of the videos that you see on Facebook or wherever is us fighting our way to get out of the store because they always think we're stealing. If I am perceived as the enemy walking into the store, why would I walk into the store? And people they're not understanding that.
Right. Oh
They are
my
not
God.
understanding that there was a time when we worked with what we had. We had a Preston comb and we had grease and we had the stove and we worked it from there. And we were beautiful people. We didn't need blonde hair. We didn't need blue eyes to make us who we were. We have to get to the point where we understand
Woo! Go
that
ahead.
what we see in the mirror is good enough for me. I don't have to be anything that I see in the magazine or on the television. And as soon as we realize that our uniqueness is what makes us beautiful, then that's when the all of those shops will close because we won't need them anymore. We didn't need them.
Wow.
We didn't need them back in the 60s and the 70s when there were no beauty supply stores around. There weren't any. So we didn't have all of these
We are
options.
surviving people. We are surviving people.
We are, but the
We are
problem is
surviving people. And
the
this is what I
problem is
want.
we have so many choices. I mean, people who might be around my age may remember when you went to the grocery
Wow.
store, you may have had 12 aisles worth of things that you could buy. Now you've got super centers, mega centers. You've got places where you could buy your bread and get your tires changed all in one. We have too many choices. If everything was simplified, we would be forced to look within and say, what I see every morning is good enough for me. And anytime we have the chance, we go out
Woo!
and we change it. We change what we look like. And it's again, I don't want to knock anybody just because it's not for me, but I
No,
feel
you can do it
that
on this channel. Listen, on this channel, this is listen, listen. I want you to understand that you're my co-host. You're my co-host. I want you to understand that you have that Chieftess name, okay? And you can say what the fuck you want to say. You
I
know,
get it. I don't. I just
this
don't
is the
want to
channel. You
offend.
can say what the hell you want to say.
I get it, Chief. I just don't want to offend people because a lot of them don't understand. Just like Brown Eye Nurse
Some
was
people
talking
gotta
about.
be offended.
Well, I'm saying like Brown Eye Nurse. She was talking about like the fake eyelashes. People have eyelashes longer than their real hair. I mean,
Oh,
come on. You got a an inch of hair. You've got alopecia because you've worn these weaves for so long, and the only hair that you could have, you putting fake lashes there too. You understand? So it's like we need to get to a point where we're seeing TV, we're seeing magazines that reflect us, that reflect the unique us. We need to see that every people don't need we don't need to wear makeup. We don't need it. We need to be okay with what we
Yes,
see.
yes.
Melvin says, I
But
love women
we
that's natural.
naturally beautiful. We're naturally beautiful people. And I
Right.
seen Latanya Jones. For those who do know me, I have followed Latanya Jones. People got mad for me because I wouldn't dog the girl. I ain't gonna dog her on my channel, okay? To be honest with you, Latanya Jones, oh my God, she's a black woman who needs to be uplifted, okay? You're not gonna ever see this channel knock other people's channel. But I think y'all need to pray for her. I really do. I really believe that you guys need to pray for her. But I'm not in a business to destroy black women. Okay?
Right.
And I have never been that way. And you're not gonna see me talk about Jazzy G and all these other people. I'm gonna stay neutral. And the reason is because I am built differently. Sis, Aborigine people, we have to come together. If we keep destroying us, who are we? Who are we? Now, her problem is mental. So if you know her problem is mental, why the fuck you go on her channel? Why you go on her channel? Am I
Uh, we
lying?
we're right.
Am I
Right
crazy?
then, you're correct. But right then, you're getting into, um, the YouTube politics. It's not as if you know, anybody is getting on Latanya's page and telling her, sis, you making yourself look real crazy. You need to shut this down. And if they try, they'll
I
probably
have
get cussed
said that
out.
several times.
Okay, but I'm saying, and you probably would get cussed out
Yes.
or get humiliated. So it's just best to leave it alone. But I'm gonna say something else. I have a channel holder on here that is very angry with me right now because they feel as if I went to someone's chat room and said some things that I never said, but people are out here stealing identities. So anybody within the sound of my voice, if you see me in the
Yes.
chat room
Yes.
chatting and saying things that are derogatory towards you, that is not me. And I'm going to tell you why. I have no dog in all of these fights that are going on. Absolutely none. A lot of them, I mean, people make video after video after video. I can't catch them all. I don't know the backstory or the history. And when you start telling the backstory and the history, those videos take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. I don't have that kind of time to try to figure out what's happened with every single beef. I just support who I support, but I'm not taking a shit on somebody else either. You understand what I'm saying? So if you ever see me talking, chatting, and it might be my name and it might be my
It
avatar.
may not be. She's basically telling you that avatars, just because somebody look like something, that's like me. I'm the real chief. That damn fucking Eligio Bishop, you cannot be a chief, nigga. I'm sorry, and I'm
Absolutely
gonna sit
not.
here and tell y'all, Eligio Bishop, if you ever want to debate the real chief, if you ever want to come on my platform and ever debate me, I'm here. That shit you talking about, all that faggot shit, man, get the fuck out of here.
Well,
If you
I'm
ever
gonna
want
say
to come
this.
on my platform and talk real man shit, I'm here.
He's never gonna do that, and I'll tell you why.
Good, sis.
Um, the first thing is Eligio. He talks about being. I believe he said he was Haitian. So if you are from Haiti, you are not indigenous to the Americans. Um,
No, you're not
so
a chief.
but every time he throws on that Indian garb, he's disrespecting the ancestors just by the way in which he carries himself when he's in it. You understand? And the ancestors don't like that. He knows that the ancestors don't like that at all. And you have to pay that karma when you disrespect the
That,
ancestors. You really do. So I
right.
just I just
And people look at me and they criticize me because I don't take sides. I don't, sis. I never take sides. People never done me nothing fucking wrong, so why I gotta treat them wrong? Okay? But I do
right.
love World. World is my dude. Okay? I love him, and also O'Neal is my dude. So
Mhm.
and these SL never done me nothing wrong. So
Right.
I just move myself away from it. But I do love World number one because World has reached out to me. He has reached out to me in so many ways, and I always will love World. So
Yeah, I
to be
agree.
honest with
World is
you,
a good
I
guy.
love all you guys.
Right. And if you
I
keep
don't
it
have no
real,
problems when it comes down.
I was just saying, if you keep it
Oh, sis,
real, YouTube, I was just saying, if you keep it real, YouTube is a place where, we get to reach out and talk to people that we would never probably meet,
right?
anywhere else. And, I love World. I love O'Neal. I love a lot of the content creators.
Yeah, and
However,
they try to put me in
however,
their shit. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do
exactly. That's my thing. I was just gonna say that a lot of times, you
it.
know, two bigger channels will get into it, and I'm
But
not
I
gonna
do
pick a
love World,
side.
and I like O'Neal
Mhm. Mhm. But just like
because I ain't
just
gonna
like
lie. World News is a food. World News, he got my channel out there, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie. He actually goes in and he shares my videos. And some
yeah.
people, I have been following for a long time, even before World. Them cats
Mhm.
don't even share my videos. I'm like, really? I'm like, I love you, but you don't fucking love me. But
Right.
I still love you, no matter what
Right.
you do. No matter what you do. I've been following Jazzy G. I've been following Jazz. I don't think Jazzy even know me. I think she sees me in her chats, and she sees me. To be honest with you, and when I talk about support I have done with these channels, I don't think they don't give a shit. But I don't care. What I do on my channel is uplift my people. It's
Yeah.
different. We're
And
different.
we need
That's Choctaw. We're different. And people
right.
ain't gonna never understand us.
Right.
But it's all good. We good, you know? And I love all the people on the social media. And I try my best, but I don't have an enemy. Nobody really came at me. I lost some subscribers because I I lost a couple of three subscribers because I decided to go with World. Okay, because World is really a real dude. He actually like promote us, and he actually being real. To be honest with you, real World, I'm BT. And so those who get mad with me, so what? Okay, my channel
Right.
is about people. I love people, and I love
Right.
you because the fact that we doing our thing. We're doing our thing, and nobody. I want you to take over the platform for me right now because you're the only one I trust on this. But I want you to take over the platform because I got to go use the bathroom.
Okay. Um, Real quick, this is something that I've always wanted to ask when it comes to everybody who's having beef. And at the end of the day, or at the end of your span, um, you have a birth date and you have a death date, and between those is a dash. And we need to figure out what's in our dash. Is it beefing? Is it fighting? Is it robbing, killing, stealing, using drugs, doing whatever you do? And I'm not judging anybody. I'm just saying that the worst parts of us do not need to be our dash, because at the end of the day, we all have to leave here, every last one of us. So I would like to be known, even by the few people that know me. as someone who only wanted us to do better at all times. And that's because, I just see the end result of so much hatred and so many beefs going on. I've seen the end results. I buried my son in 2016. And no, it wasn't due to a beef, but it was still a violent uh um a violent act that was, um done to him. And so I don't want to see anybody. I mean, I don't have enemies, and I don't want to see anybody um having to go through that pain of losing someone, or to be lost, to be so lost in pride and ego and whatever. I want to see people do better. You understand? So um you want people to mention your name when you're gone, and someone say, "Oh yeah, I remember him or her, and they were on this big campaign for this or that." Something positive, not just something where, yeah, I remember that person. They were on a beef everywhere, like in the streets, like on YouTube, like on Facebook. I- you know, People really need to figure it out. We need to figure out what is our dash. So, I mean, if you take anything away from this stream, I want it to be that we think about where we want to be when it's all over with. Because the way that the Americas are set up right now, we just don't know when it's the end. I mean, I look at this virus as uncharted territory. I don't know what's going to happen. I could listen to every expert there is
Hello,
out
I'm back
there.
on the stream. I'm back on the stream.
Okay. I was just saying that
Hey, sis, I'm back on the stream.
okay. I was just saying that, like in the Bible, no man knows the day or the hour. But we do know that a lot of people, due to this virus, are meeting the day and the hour every day. And so I just, I want us
I
to
want to ask you a
realize.
question. We're gonna get to the reason why I brought you to this panel. One of the reasons why I
Okay.
brought you to this panel is I want you
Mhm.
to understand is that Asian Americans, Asian, we're talking about Asian, and we're talking about our cousins in Africa. Because yes, they are related to us. Okay, we can sit there and debate about who was first and all this other shit. But
Right.
let's talk about us
Okay.
as a people. Now, I want you to understand that the shit that's going on, that they have told us black people that we were second class people in our own nation. And I want you to understand that the pandemic that is going on is attacking our own faults. We have eaten from the white man for so long. We have eaten the slaps. We have
Mhm.
eaten the foods that has been killing us. We have eaten pig. We have been eating cows. And we are now slowly dying because of the shit that they have done in our captivity. When
Mhm.
are we going to learn that our oppressor does not love us? When are we going to learn that we are a greater nation of people? We are stronger together and not apart. I have to ask you that.
Okay. We are coming into the knowledge that we are stronger together. But here's the thing: who really oppresses us? No one. We
Ourselves,
choose the lifestyles.
ourselves.
Exactly. We choose the lifestyles that we live. So I would never in this day and age say I have an oppressor, because I have choices. I don't have to go
Because the oppressor is you.
exactly. Exactly. I don't have to go and do the things that everybody else is doing. I make my own decisions, and I make my decisions based on what I feel is right. I research things, and I watch, like my daughter. I watch her all day long on Facebook. Giving, listening to other people's opinions. Research. You can still access the library through the internet. Do some research. We don't know because the truth is out there and we don't seek it. A lot of people don't even, like we were talking once before about the different Bibles and how the Bible has been edited so many times. The
Right,
Bible was
right.
was made and was when it was written, it was calling our names. It was talking specifically
The
about and
Bible was
to.
written, sis. The Bible was written for black people. It was
Exactly.
black. It was written for Hebrew Israelites. To be honest with,
Exactly.
and the actual natives that are in America are Hebrew Israelites. We were scattered, and I want you to understand that I have solely believed in my faith. I want you to understand that the people that lives in America are Hebrew Israelites. We
Yep.
are God's chosen people. We are the
That's right.
most high Yeshua, the great chosen people.
That's
And if
right.
you don't know that, something wrong with you. If you do the research in Deuteronomy chapter 28, the Bible, why did the cat, and I want you to answer this, sis, why did the cats remove the book of Apocrypha? The book of Apocrypha, the book of the dead, the book of Hebrews was removed from the Bible because they
Absolutely.
know who you are. They know who you are. You
And
don't know
again,
who you are.
once we all know, we rise up and we take over nations. And that's the one thing that no one wants us to know is who we are. They're okay with us buying crack on the corner. They're okay with us
Right.
shooting each other and killing each other.
Low
They are
class, low class,
okay.
low class, low class.
Exactly. They're okay with the things that we're doing right now because they know as long as we're busy killing each other, hurting each other, we're never going to sit down and read a book. We're never going to do any research. We're never going to find out who we are. And so that's why it's going to take small groups of people like you and I to bring the awareness to the
Sus,
people
could you
so
leave
they
your
can
name
stop.
in the description? Brown Eyes want you, sus.
Yes.
Brown Eyes
Yeah.
want you to leave your name in the subscription so she can subscribe to your channel. She wants to subscribe to your channel. Could you please leave the
I
subscription down low? Because you
I
just
will
won somebody over. I want you to
I
know.
w- I will do that, but I'm just saying, like,
Could
I
you
I
do that
haven't.
now in my feed?
Okay, let me see. How do I do that? I don't know how to do that without leaving.
Because you got the
I can leave and put it in there and then I can come back.
she said she's already subscribed to you. She said that
Okay,
she's already subscribed to you. Wow, ain't
great.
that God's
Great.
good?
That is great
See,
because I
God
see
be the
Brown Eyed
glory.
Nurse a lot. I see Brown Eyed Nurse a lot, and we have similar views
And
on a whole lot of
she's
things.
a, and we need these doctors. We need these nurses. We need this in our community. We need this, right?
Absolutely. I see her in a lot of chats that I'm in, and we see things very similar. I'm honored, Brown Eyed Nurse. Thank you.
Wow, ain't that beautiful? And
It
listen,
is.
us, what you don't know, brown eyes and nurse, we Tatas, we indigenous people stick together. If you know and you look that I'm linked to every Choctaw nation, every indigenous people, every Aborigine people, they linked to me. because we have the same objective to understand that so-called African Americans, so-called, because we call y'all so-called, because you guys really believe y'all African. You believe that you came on slave ship. You believe that over 300 people were kept down by 6 people. I'm sorry. I'm laughing. Because there's no way in the world that 600 people can hold down. No, 6 people can hold down 600 people. Am I stupid or am I dumb? Dumb. I just gotta understand, what are you looking at? You want to be so African so bad. You want to have black power. You want to live with that symbol on your neck. But you don't even know who the hell you are. Do the damage. Understand that you come from this nation. This is your nation. And they want you to run away from it.
Well, that's the thing.
I'm going to tell you like it is. You're going to get mad.
I was just saying that's the thing. You know, most of my life I've seen people say go back to Africa, and it's like, you know, now I know the correct response is I'm not from Africa. I'm from here. So if we sending people where they need to go back to, everybody would leave except for us.
Right. And we've been daggling when they came in the classrooms, and they told us, I didn't ask for that shit, man. They came in my classroom, and they said that I was come from roots. They brought that root shit to us. They brought that to us. I didn't bring that to them.
Right.
There's no facts that we come from Africa. No facts. But you want to live on that shit. And I can show you there are more facts that you belong here than you belong in Africa. If you want to do a dialogue with Peanut Nola 504, do what you got to do. And I will show you. If you subscribe to my channel and you support my channel, Peanut Nola 504, in the description, you can also donate to my channel. If you want to help me destroy these demons, Peanut Nola 504, I don't care if you got $5, we got $1. If you want to help me destroy these demons, it is what it is. If you want to support to Choctaw.
No. Wait. No, wait. I never want to take donations for, you know, learning what I'm learning and sharing it with my people. I do want you to put your payment information in the chat, so people, and in the description, so people can donate to you. But I just feel like
I'm
YouTube.
Just trying to build my channel up, and
I know,
and I can tell you this.
I get it, but I feel like YouTube has
There have been lies. There have been liars.
It's become such a hostile place. I don't want any donations, because I don't want people to ask me what I've done with the money, or, you know, I don't want them to start making up shit about what I might do with the money. So the best thing for me to do is say, you don't have to support my channel financially. And most of the time, my videos will be things related to this, or cooking, or, you know, my crafts. But as far as all of the rest of that, I never want to be in any of this YouTube
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you, sis. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm so thankful that I have you. I'm so thankful that you're a part of the Average team, man. You are a bad sister.
I
I want
appreciate that.
people. If you follow me, listen. If you follow me, come here, EJ. If you follow me, I want you to donate to this sister. And I don't care what the hell you talking about. That's
Peanut.
your opinion. I know what you put in work. The nut is gonna tell you what the nut gonna tell you. So it is what it is. Just like World got his thing. And let me tell you, I ain't never been on the channel. You are part of the Bean team. Listen. I like being a part of the Bean team. Because one thing I love about being a Bean team, but World actually go get them enemies. But you in
Mm-hmm.
this channel, you are part of the Choctaw Nation. Choctaw Nation is different. It's different.
Well, let me
We
just say
live
this.
and we die for our blood.
Let me say this, Chief.
Yeah.
If you would like to donate, I would appreciate it if you would donate to just the movement. So if you're donating to me, donating to
Cause you put your, cause listen,
wait, 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 wait.
it is the listen. It's the movement. That's the movement we're doing, and I want
Right.
you. Could you put that in the link? The
No.
movement that we're putting, because
Yes,
this is a movement,
and the movement, the
and
movement
the
that
shit
we're
that you
doing.
teaching people.
Okay, but the movement that we're doing, Chief, I would rather they donate to your account, and we'll just call it the Choctaw Nation, whatever. But
Well, I just
donate
gotta
it.
give you. I have to give it to you because I ain't gonna do this by myself.
No, you
Look,
won't. You
Peanut
won't
Nola
do
ain't
it.
gonna do it by himself. It
You
has to be
won't do
with
it by
us.
yourself. But I'll tell you like this: your platform is bigger than mine. You go make more videos than I do. Go ahead if you want to donate it to Chief. He deserves it. He
You're
does
gonna
just
be
as
bigger than
much.
me. You're gonna be bigger than me. You got listen.
Chief,
You're gonna
I
be bigger than me. And to be honest with you, I just love what you teach.
I would much rather be a guest on your show than to try to
Well,
bring my channel up,
well,
because I don't have the time to
well.
dedicate to it
I'm
like I
gonna
want to.
respect what you want.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now that's the move of a
I
true
tell you
chief.
this. I tell you this. You're my number one. Number one. You're my number
Well,
one.
bro,
And we're gonna
bro,
do
I
this
really
thing. We're
I
gonna do
really
this thing.
appreciate it.
And to be
I
honest with you,
absolutely.
I ain't in for the money.
Right. I
I
feel
don't give
you.
a shit.
I feel
It
you.
is what it is.
I
We
just
doing this thing to build. We here to build tribes. We here to change the notion that we can't do the shit we need to do.
right.
We here to change that shit.
Absolutely.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. Damn, damn. You cut it up all day. You cut it up. You cut it up. And I'm just glad the Chieftess are out here. And when you come to this channel, put that barn arrow up. Put that barn arrow up. Hey, you
That's
gotta go
right.
through the Chieftess. You gotta go to the Choctaw Chieftess. You gotta go to the
That's
Choctaw
right.
Chieftess. They gotta put the barn arrow up. They gotta do it.
What's that?
Because we're not
That's
gonna have that shit. We here to reclaim our people. We're here to reclaim our people.
yes.
We're here to take the nation back to where they belong. Where they belong. Indigenous people that were belong to be here. It is what it is. We
Absolutely.
merged. We merged now. You merged now with me.
Absolutely. I'm honored. I am
And we're
honored.
here. I'm looking
I'm
for
honored.
everybody got that name. I'm a snatch. Everybody got that name. You come on over here, and you're welcome. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I do expose the others because I can't believe at least your bishop called himself a chief.
Yeah,
He
it's a
don't
direct
want
slap
the
in the face
grounds to
to the
be.
ancestors. It's a direct
To be
slap
honest
in the
with you,
face.
the day y'all call for me to go against that cat, he don't want none of this. I don't believe in polygamy. I believe in one woman. I believe man should have one woman, not polygamy. Polygamy draws confusion. You cannot,
Absolutely.
a one man cannot satisfy several women. So if you ever decide that you want to call this man and say, hey, there's a guy out here who wants to contest you, I'm the guy. I'm the real chief. That cat there's a bitch.
Facts.
Because he's a faggot who allows men to fuck him in the ass.
Uh-oh.
It is what it is.
It is.
And I
It
can
is.
get raunchy as I can get. You know? So
Yeah.
if he wants to get on with me, he better be ready. Because I'm not gonna sit there and hold back on him like certain men have got on his platform, have been buku like I couldn't believe that they could not challenge that man. You can't tell me about my knowledge. I grow food, I do my own, and I'm gonna tell you this. Bitch, we are everywhere. Don't tell me about we in Costa Rica. Black people are everywhere.
Absolutely.
So you come from me, you got the wrong one because I'm a New Orleans dude that is very, very soft. And I
That's
will
right.
fuck over Alicia Bishop. You don't want none of this. You gotta be a man to raise children. I have a great wife and a great life. 4 boys I raised. And these men are despicable. They love Alicia Bishop with the lust. They live within the lust of his life. But he get fucked in the ass. Punk ass man. Get fucked in the ass. You're fucking in the ass, Mr. Postman. You've been getting fucked in the ass so long. You ain't no fucking man. Why should we love you? Why should we even give a fuck about you? Sorry. I'm sorry that I talk. But
That's all
he's
right.
leading so many women in this destruction. He
That's a
leads
fact.
all these women to believe that because I got a dick. What's good if you ain't using the dick? You a bitch. You don't want none of me because I will be able to expose it. I'm small. A small group of dudes like me who only got 500 something subscribers, they don't want none of me. I'm a weapon. I deal with people. I don't deal with bitches. And see, my wife said, don't don't, don't curse because I respect my wife.
That's right.
She's greater than I am. I have to back my ass up. My wife came in. She said, baby, don't talk like that. You know?
Respect the chieftess.
She
That's
said, baby,
right.
I don't talk like that. Yes. She said, baby, that's not you. Not you. You don't get mad with the people. They're a whore, they're fucking whore. A whore man. But you
I
lead to that
understand it.
stuff. You like that
I
stuff. I'm not talking about you, sis.
I know. I understand you
I'm talking
passionate
about
about
you.
the fact that he is he's another distraction for us. I understand your passion about it. I get it.
I hate it when he calls his tribe. Where tribe he from? Ask that dude where tribe he from. Ask him. Sis, ask that dude where tribe he from. You don't fucking know. You wearing our uniform. It makes him
He
mad.
he makes his own tribe. He's making his own tribe up, and he's disrespecting the ancestors. He's been told that many times, but he
Makes
just
his own
continues to do it.
garbage.
Yeah. Chief, I have one question for you before I'm gonna get off the panel in case somebody else wants to come up and speak. But I have one question for you. What motivated you to
But
trace your ancestors and trace your heritage?
my mother died. I ain't gonna lie.
Sorry to hear that.
I didn't give a shit about nothing. My mother died last year. And then people, my dad was one of the greatest ships in New Orleans. Dad come from My dad come from Choctaw out in Mississippi. I used to know that shit. I used to know that shit, all kinds of ways. And my family used to say, you're an Indian man, you're not a French man, because my last name is Gagne. That was
Okay.
embedded in me through the race. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So the fact that the person who has Gagne is not my dad. Okay?
Okay.
But he's my dad. I love him. My dad, but he's not my dad. Okay?
Okay.
I found out some shit that came onto my life. Okay? And people in Abbeville, Louisiana, came to me and told me that your mother, father, was a Choctaw Indian. I said, what? My dad, and all along was a Choctaw Indian. It made sense. My
Mm-hmm.
dad come from Mississippi, and my dad always proclaimed to be a Choctaw Indian. And then I started doing research. Then I started changing my paperwork. Then I started realizing, God damn it, I don't look like African.
Mm-hmm.
My nose, my features, my cheekbones, I don't look like these people. Then I started doing real research. You understand, sis?
Mm-hmm.
I started doing documents in courtrooms and realizing, God damn, I'm not these people. It's sad that it took that long, huh? Because I didn't know. Used to go in the courtroom and they used to tell me that I was a damn African and with roots. We used to
Mm-hmm.
go to the courtroom, we used to watch Roots. I'm talking about in the classroom in elementary. They forced
Mm-hmm.
Roots on us.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought that's who we were. If you swab my mouth and you swab your mouth, what tribe you gonna go to? I
Well,
want to
I would.
ask you, where are you going?
My tribe is absolutely Choctaw,
No, I'm
without a
talking
doubt.
about as the white man that seek this before you. So you would have been in West Africa, right?
I wouldn't have
Right?
been, no.
No. Because many have been told that we're something that we're not.
Yes.
Light-skinned black people have been raped. Black, dark, melanated people have been raped. It's about genes. Some of us come out dark, some of us come out black. If you don't understand science, that's your problem. Black people emerge out of nowhere. It's not a difference. See, when we look at color, we begin to think that it's a difference. No, color have not a goddamn thing to do with it. It
That's
has to
right.
do with origin. You can look at the features of a nose and a cheekbone and a mouth and know that you're not African. But they get mad when you learn the truth. They get mad.
That's
See,
right.
I've done my science and my research. And I understand who you are and who I am. We are great people that the Most High called his chosen people. Deuteronomy chapter 28, that we were scattered across the earth. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We are the Jews that everybody hates. Okay,
That's right.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being different. We are royalty, sweetheart. And the best
Absolutely.
that we can be is teaching others that you are great too. And that's what I've always done. I'm not afraid to teach and tell people what the hell I'm talking about. People are afraid to listen and learn. People are afraid to listen and learn because they have been taught by their oppressor. When the oppressor said that you are who you believe that who you are. You saying, Chata?
Yes.
I have been who I am. I have always speak upon the languages that has been ripped apart of us. The English terms, the English language was to replace. When you look in 1980, Jesse Jackson changed Negro to African American. That was Jesse Jackson. He changed Negro to African.
That's right.
But in the 70s, 60s, we were called color a Negro or
That's right.
indigenous. Or you want me to forget who we are? We are the Omega Almighty, the people of the chosen. The Bible speaks that we are the chosen people of Israel. But there are going to be people who are going to deny God. And that's their problem. They're going to deny the Most High. They're going to deny when I'm speaking. They're going to say I'm a goddamn lie. But guess what? When it's all over, they're going to realize what I'm speaking. They're going to realize that I was only speaking of God. God has made us who we are. All glory goes to the Most High. I'm about to end this And I tell you, thank you, Choctaw, Chieftess, and thank you all for joining my show. Because
Absolutely.
you
I'm
have to
honored. Thank
understand
you.
in dealing with roots, some people are afraid to be who you are. And they're afraid what's gonna come after them. Don't you know I be attacked all the time? Don't you know people don't love me? People say all kinds of goddamn things about me. I'm not in this shit to be loved. I'm in this shit for the revolution. To
Facts.
understand that we got to fight back. I would join with the Africans, or would they join with me? They all were Chinese people. I made this thing about Chinese people. You know what I said about the Chinese people? The Chinese people don't love us.
That's right.
We spending, the women are spending billions of dollars in their facilities. They are giving money in their facilities. They're making them great, not you. But yet, the owner will kick your ass, thinking you stealing.
That's right.
And you are the reason why they are in existence. But you love these fucking people. People don't love you. They never did love you. They never loved you. But you get mad when a person tell the truth. Them Chinese or whatever the fuck they are, they don't love you. They love your money and your business. Why you think they come in your damn neighborhood? They come in a poor neighborhood. They don't come in no damn rich neighborhood. Did you ever think about that shit?
Absolutely.
You thought they love you. You thought they love you. You thought that they actually love you. No, my channel ain't about me just talking about aberration. I'm for my own people. I'm regaining the thoughts of my own people. I'm regaining the thoughts of my own people. Get mad so far. I don't give a fuck. We have been beat, stolen. Are you actually gonna actually redeem yourself on that shit? You gonna really think about how good you are? The sister just said how good you are. Do you believe how good you are?
Of
Sis?
course. Of
Do
course
these
I
people
do.
actually know that they are the greatest people on this earth?
They don't know, but they
They
will.
want to. They're gonna give all the views. They're gonna give the views to people that's for negativity. One day I give world news some on about this shit. Shit, that man been through some shit. Been through hell.
Absolutely.
Can't knock a person who been through hell. You can't. I
Right.
support Jazzy G. You can't knock a person who been through hell. I support O'Neal. You can't knock a person who been through hell. But when you start talking about black women, that's when I kind of like backed off. Don't do that. I love you all. And I want you to understand that all glory goes to the Most High, because you ain't shit without Him. See that Most
Facts.
High that I speak about? You're a bad boy. You're a bad boy. He bigger than all of us. I'm gonna close my eyes one day. Tata is gonna close her eyes one day, and we all gonna bow down to that guy, that woman, whoever he should be, or she should be. right?
It's a fact.
Choctaw, this is our page. This is our page. And every time you come on here, you're gonna be always my sidekick. We
Absolutely.
doing our thing, you hear me?
I'm honored. Thank you, Chief.
We better together than apart.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna destroy everybody. We're gonna destroy everybody who's trying to destroy us. And we're gonna eliminate these people who don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. They've been living
Facts.
on roots. It's a shame that I went to school and we lived on roots. We lived on roots. We lived on roots.
Mm-hmm.
So all glory goes to my most high. See you guys. I'm gonna be going on live tomorrow morning, sometime, whatever. But we're doing our thing. And
Absolutely.
every vision of people are showing the light. And we ain't scared, huh? We ain't scared. All
That's
these
right.
other people are scared. But we're gonna do our thing. All glory goes to the most high.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sis. Now I'm gonna let you have the final say.
Well, Chief, I'm honored that you had me on as a guest. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody who was in the chat, and I look forward to sharing what I've learned in my research, and I look forward to everyone coming in to share what they are finding out about their families. Um, but again, like I say, I am honored that you had me, and I'm honored that we had something positive to talk about. I'm grateful for that. And with that, I just want to say peace and bliss to everyone. Um, and I'll see you the next time.
We out.
Peace.